So Call of Duty Ghosts is around the corner, and this is Modern Warfare 3 you're watching. I'm getting somewhat prepared for the game, and I hope it'll be a great time. But today's video is actually like a response video to one of the developers' comments about the Call of Duty audience, and he said that most Call of Duty players aren't really gamers, or they're just casual gamers, but when it comes to Call of Duty, they play it a lot. This is actually a true statement. I mean, I remember when I first discovered the Call of Duty scene on YouTube, and most of these guys that just posted Call of Duty on their channels, they barely posted any other games. It was just Call of Duty non-stop. You would mostly see the more up-to-date Call of Duty because it's the one that gets the most attention and likes, all that stuff, basically. But sometimes they did post some COD 4 and World at War, and they were pretty interesting to watch since I started playing Call of Duty hardcore, I guess, with Modern Warfare 2 back in 2010. So I didn't really know much about Call of Duty 4 or World at War, but they really did intrigue me with how they play. Once I discovered this news not too long ago, before it became public, I thought I should make a video asking you guys of what's your definition of a gamer. I could totally understand what Mark Rubin is trying to say. I know where he's coming from, and I don't really agree with his definition of gamer. My definition of that word is really about anyone who enjoys playing video games. You can be a casual gamer, and I'll still call you a gamer. I mean, if you play it at the reasonable time, then yeah, I have no shame of calling you a gamer, really. I feel like Mark's definition is more like the people who buys the new games at launch, or know a lot of video game franchises, more than 5 or 10, something like that. It is true that there is that audience, but there's also people like me who just don't really buy much games on a daily basis. However, I do know a lot of video game franchises, and I have been involved with game design before because I used to be a Warcraft 3 modder. So what am I? That's why I never like when people try to label what a gamer really is. There are so many different types of them, like the new age, old school, RPG, shmups, first person shooter, etc. For example, even if you're just this guy who only plays Call of Duty like mad and you're good at it, I'll call you a Call of Duty gamer and still a gamer because you do play a lot of Call of Duty, which is a game, obviously. Myself as a gamer, I'm really like those Call of Duty guys who plays COD like crazy. When I find a game that I really enjoy, I'll put mad hours into it, and that's really the main reason why I don't really go out and buy many games daily, because of that time I'm putting. But I also like to explore other things too. I know it's tough to really balance that because I always see many gamers just being either the guy who only plays like 1 to 2 series like crazy until the next installment of their favorite franchises, and then there's the guy who likes to hop on to whatever game he can find. The word gamer is really complex because there are so many gamers today and categories of what they are that it is pretty tough to describe it. But I feel like mine is probably what most people should define what a gamer is. It's just someone that enjoys video games. And when you enjoy a game a lot, you really have that potential to push yourself to become a hardcore gamer or a Call of Duty player, Gears of War player, Doom player, etc. There's a reason why I consider myself a hardcore gamer. I like to get good at games, and I like to get into as much series at the same time. I may not be the best at every game I play, but I always at least entertain people who are watching my content and can at least see that I know what I'm doing as a player. Like, look at my Doom videos. They're not really the greatest things compared to the speedruns, because when it comes to speedruns, you can actually hold world records, but I've never really been interested in speedrunning. But I do try to find, a way to really make my Doom videos entertaining. Like, I try to play it very aggressively, or I look for new routes on the same map, and just to show you guys that I can really do a lot of things with what its software has offered me. That's the same thing with this Call of Duty gameplay. I don't have a great internet connection. I don't, roll with the party. I don't have headsets. But then again, I'm trying to make my gameplay as entertaining as possible by running around and rushing, because if you camp, then you suck. I mean, you gotta play this game, running and gunning. That's really the best way to play Call of Duty. And that's not really an opinion, it's really a fact, because let's be honest, do you guys really want me to sit in a specific region or area with an assault rifle, just trying to build up my kill streaks? Like, that's so boring. I'd rather, go to point A, point B, and just kill everyone I see, and rely everything on my reaction time and aiming. and just try to use raw instincts like what I'm doing right there. So overall, if I was Mark Rubin, I would simply say that Call of Duty players are gamers, but they're not the gamer like who's buying all the new releases and such. They're really, the gamer that they want to be, just like you, I, and other people that you probably know that play video games. And I'm out. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace.